Hey everybody, it's Ashley Schmidt, and I am here live with you all today. I guess I changed up my camera so you get a different view. I know it's got the light back there, but my plan is to hopefully maybe get something across the window so it's less bright, or I don't know. Anyway, I just got a new webcam, so this is my setup. Anyway, so I wanted to say hey everybody and talk to you about what did I have? Oh, you know more than you think. So this one's titled again, the creative KDP solutions or creative ideas for entrepreneurs. So I think you guys are all entrepreneurs and I think you can help other people. So my focus today was on you know more than you think. And so anyway, I wanted to talk to you about that today. So, all right. Who can you partner with? What creative and interesting ideas can you do with other people? Let's see. So I thought of here's some people you could partner with and help out. And see, the thing is, you as doing merch or doing KDP, low content books, have one of the greatest accesses to a platform that I doubt anyone really knows about. If you ask around on the street what merch is, if you ask around on the street what KDP is, they might be able to tell you, oh yeah, people independently publish their books, right? People do that. So maybe people might know, but generally people have no idea. And they have no idea what the power of Amazon is and what they can do. So I want to kind of talk to you about who you can maybe talk to and some fun ideas to work with them. So I had a big list. So you can talk with, let's talk doctors, lawyers, healthcare, like wellness professionals, life coaches, people in those categories. You can talk to them. And what about photographers, tattoo artists? They have some amazing art. You could partner with them and do coloring books, right? Wouldn't that be fun that they have some of that really cool art? And I'm sure they already have like a whole portfolio of line art to do the tattoos, right? So you could partner with them to make some really cool coloring books. How about preppers? So with this whole outbreak of coronavirus, there's going to be a whole new set of hobbyists around, right? There's going to be people who want to be able to do things on themselves. So there's the preppers, there's gardening, there's, canning food, or just being more self-sufficient. So there's so many ideas on the self-sufficiency side of all the different things, gardening and prepping and canning and all of the different things that you can come up with. So partnering with them, there's going to be a whole new outbreak of interest in those sorts of topics. So partner with someone who is an expert in those areas, and you guys can create books and courses and all sorts of things. So another idea is gardening centers, right? So they may have like tips, on how to make things grow better, how to watch or plant things. So you can create kind of I want to say medium content books in the sense that you get a bunch of information out of them and then you create pages. So you have like a list, top 10 list of things that they would, or tips or what and who and how. So you can kind of contact and talk to them about various things. Okay, so how do you so for the gardening center, so you interview them and you ask them a few questions and maybe about their tips, tricks to keep things alive. And I'm a back thumb, so anything in a pot I will totally kill. It doesn't even matter if I have tips. But then afterwards, you have in blank pages like gardening planning pages, like so they can plan out their garden, supplies or just various things that they can keep track. How often do they water these things so that they can make notes and see this is definitely a reusable product. But the first maybe 5-10 pages are very informative, so you can get kind of two audiences. And you can charge a higher price point for that. So you're talking $12.99, versus like the $6.99 category, because it's got actual information. And you can use like that garden center's name. Maybe they want some author copies that they can sell in the store, sort of thing. Hey, Teresa, how are you? No worries. Oh, camping. Yeah, have you been stuck for, you were saying somewhere, is it 14 days you have to be places? That's amazing. 14 days. Now I like staying places. When we get up in camp, sometimes we'll only stay for a day or two. It's just hard to uproot the kids and everything and move, but it's good that you can do it. Anyway, so how do you interview these people? So like I said, doctors, lawyers, healthcare people, like life coaches, wellness, photographers. They have some amazing pictures. You could take their photos, partner together to create a book and, sell it and advertise it. They advertise it. You do all the cover creation. You do everything, all the expertise, you guys have, and partner with them. How do you interview them? So think of it a few ways. Just sit down and ask them some questions. So we were talking about another thing like craft brewers. So either hobbyist brewers, people who brew their own stuff, or craft breweries around. You can ask them questions like, what if you were going to brew your own beer, what would you want to know? And you'd ask them, what kinds can you brew? What equipment do you need? How long does it take? The process, you can ask them a bunch of questions on, and then you can even make it like their top 5 tips, their top 10 tips, 3 things they need to know. So just start asking questions about it and gathering data and make a bunch of notes. And then you can kind of form those into like informative information pages. So it definitely has value in information, but it's not like an entire book or anything like that. And then you do pages afterwards that would be appropriate. So maybe with craft brewing, you have one of their signature recipes and put it in there, and then you have blank pages afterwards. Or with, like I said, the gardening center, they have tips and tricks and then blank pages of gardening areas. Preppers and all sorts of hobbyists, just think of any sort of hobby, and there's tips and tricks and things you want to know, and then blank pages. Like I said, with the tattoo artists, coloring books. What a cool idea, because they sell their art on people, but they probably haven't thought about coloring books. I have seen some too that do photo, like posters and things like that they'll sell, but I haven't seen any. I've seen quite a few actually tattoo type style artist coloring books for adults, but that would be a really cool niche. Photographers, just maybe settings or styles that they have, or great photos, kind of a coffee book type thing. Oh my gosh, and the whole wellness and health and fitness. There's so many ideas in there. Let's see. Oh, life coach, right? Tips and tricks, and then a prompt journal. And then wellness. Oh my gosh, there's so many wellness things, right? What about wine tasting? You could have people who create their own wines and have some recipes, and then, wine tasting pages or wine recipe pages. There's a whole host of things, but I think you could partner with people who have an expertise. You can definitely research and do a lot of this on your own. But what the cool thing about the partnering aspect is you do something good for them, in the sense that you create something that they can put on their website and get a profit for, maybe a share of that, or maybe you make the whole thing for free and you have in there links to their website, links to their freebies. So they're getting something for completely free, but they're getting free advertising. And then in return, they'll put it on their website and promote it to their followers. So you just got to think of a win-win situation. What does the person need? It's maybe not going to be a lot of cash for them, but it might be that they want exposure on Amazon. Remember, Amazon is a hugely it's a traffic engine, right? People come on Amazon and by the millions. And especially now with the whole coronavirus outbreak, there is just more and more people shopping online. So you can promote that. Hey, I can get you exposure on one of the biggest platforms in the world. You know how to keyword it. You know how to title it. You know how the graphics and different things that really draw buyers in, and then they have that added benefit of putting it on their website. And so you get some boost from outside Amazon, and they get boost from inside Amazon to their website. So it's a win-win for both of you, and very low risk on anyone's part, right? It's not any risk to them at all. You're going to do the work, and they're going to get huge benefit. I have 3 or 4 clients that I'm doing this for right now, and they're super excited. I have one who's she's coming up with a good promotion plan to do hers. Another, she's working on a top 10 tips book for herself, and she's excited about getting some exposure for her website. So she's really excited about this. So it's fun for me to help other people and see them be excited, and then both of us win. So, questions? Anyone excited about this? I am. I know it seems small, but I think it can lead to bigger and better things, because I think as I've gotten to do this and gotten to talk to people, I've realized how much I know about promoting. Like, you can promote to their funnel, right? Maybe they have a course or something. So this book is like that cheap thing into the funnel, right? Have you guys heard of funnels? So funnels is you have like something free or something small, and then they build up to something bigger in cost, right? You don't just generally jump into somebody's coaching program, right? You start with their free material, right? You're watching me on YouTube. This is free, and then you maybe buy a small little $5 book from them, or whatever it is, maybe that you're like, oh, that's neat. I'll buy that. That's cool. And then maybe you buy something bigger, right? So that's kind of the idea of the funnel. And if you can start them off on that low cost funnel entrance, and then get people to their website, get extra people signed up, they get really excited about that opportunity to have something that's completely free and completely no work on their end. They want to do what they want to do. They want to be a photographer, a doctor, a lawyer, a tattoo artist. They don't want to handle all the junk that you handle with KDP and Amazon, and they're happy to let you do it. And I've been helping people like, hey, you can put your book up there. When I start explaining like cover size and interiors, they kind of look at me glassy eyed and they're like, you're kidding. That'll take a ton of work. And so I've just said, well, I can get what you want done in literally 2 hours. So just give me kind of what you want, and I'll get it done and put it on Amazon within 2 hours. And they're like, no. And yeah, I can do that, because I've done, let's see, I'm at 1,800 books. I did 30 books yesterday. So, if I can do that, I can do something that's a little more complex. Now, it's true, some of these things with top 10 tips and things and interviews does take a little bit more time, but I think it's worth it in the long run. And you can really help a lot of people, and you can help yourself. You can get your name out there. It could lead to, just consulting with people, or people just paying you I have someone paying me $200 to put together a book for them and put it on Amazon. So it can lead to stuff like that. Yes, Teresa, funnel books. I'm excited about this. I'm trying to come up with, I want my own funnel to be. I was really searching hard last night what I want my own funnel to be, because I think what I'm really excited about is helping other entrepreneurs who aren't as, maybe they have a website, but they haven't done much, maybe a website, and that's kind of the extent of their experience. And I think I want to help other entrepreneurs create funnels, starting with Amazon as their basis, to create bigger and more powerful funnels, because Amazon platform just has such much exposure, and it's free. it's free to put your book on there, and so they could put a quick, free Kindle book that they could give away to people. There's a process actually to even do that. I don't know if any of you've done a free Kindle book, but you actually have to list a Kindle. You have to have it on Amazon as costing like 99 cents or whatever, and then you actually have to list it somewhere else as free, and then you have to email or have somebody else email that it's free on another platform with like the website, and so that Amazon will price match. So it's kind of a rigmarole to get a free Kindle book. It's easy to get a 99-cent one up there, but most people wouldn't bother with that. But I know how to do it. It's a few emails and stuff like that, but the process isn't like as straightforward as you think it. You can't just put it on free. So there's ways to do it. You can put it on free if you're in Kindle Select for 5 days every 3 months. So there's that process too. You could do that. Anyway, so questions. Anyone have any thoughts, ideas? That's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. I'm glad, Teresa, you're going to be camping at a space for a while. That's cool. We like camping. One day, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll just get in my camper and go. So I think that's about it. Don't forget to subscribe, like the channel, whatever. I'm terrible about asking about that, but please do. I was thinking I had a pretty good reception for going over covers and kind of critiquing covers. I thought I might try and do that again. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. So I will be happy to do more critiquing covers. I think actually people really liked that, just kind of getting that eye of what's good or what isn't good, and looking at it from the perspective of I can make a cover like that. It may look really complex, but really that's just a graphic, a box, some stuff like that. And I've been doing a lot of that lately, and I think analyzing covers in that way has really helped me step up my own design game. I just did a word search puzzle that it was it was mostly just boxes, but it looks so much better than most people's word search books, and I'm hoping it'll do well. It's very, very niche, so I may get traction, I may not. But the cover, I was like pretty impressed with my cover, and it was just I took somebody else's design for something else and made the boxes. It doesn't look the same, but it's like the boxes are the same, like in the same places, so that the style is very similar and that it really stands out. So yeah, I thought that's really helped me. I hope it all helps you. And yep, you're full-time, Teresa, on the RV digital nomad road. I think that's cool. I have 4 kids and a husband, and my littlest is 6. Like they're outside on the trampoline, my 6-year-old and 9-year-old. So that's not going to happen for a really long time. I've got a few years. But one day, me and my husband, we like to camp and RV and all that sort of stuff, or glamp, I guess. I can't say that I'm a big camp in a tent person. We used to, and then we had 3 kids, and I was not camping with 3 kids in a tent. And I told my husband, I'm like, we can go, but I'm not doing it in a tent any longer. Because the people pack and play. It was crazy. It was okay with 1 kid and a pack and play, but once it got more than that, it was insane. Anyway, I'm so glad I give you guys some great ideas today. I don't want to chat for too much. I want to kind of get there and out, but I just think there's so many possibilities. I'm talking with my entrepreneurs group about creative ways to use Amazon to boost their businesses. And so I wanted to give you some of my ideas, and I am excited to come up with a bunch more ideas for my group, for you guys, just to help, because I think this is super exciting, and I'm so excited about what I do every day, and I want to make you happy and excited and profitable. I'm all about putting like things up at a $12.99 price point. I have 4 or 5 items now that I've decided I'm going for that $12.99 price point, and I made an extra $200 this month on just those items, and there was just 3 of them. So I think it's a huge opportunity if you can move your price point up higher. So I hope that's helpful. And you got to, for that higher price point, you got to add value though. So these are kind of my ideas to add some interesting and value. All right. Thanks so much. I will see you all next week. No more tent camping. I know. I get it. All right. See you next week, everybody.